Amazing evening. So today, in a very rainy and wet day for inside Lagos State, and because of the rain, the weather did so bad and network don't do very, very bad. Please, sincere apologies for coming very, very late. It's because I've had very horrible network. And considering too, say anytime we be see rain like this, light and rain nearly go together for inside Nigeria. So please bear with me. But now one of the hurdles that we will go through to make sure say we do what we really do. Welcome to Update with Precious. As usual, I dey bring on the things them where they share for inside the country. Now here we dey break am down to make sure say our people feel am understand the things the way they happen for the country. It's always a delight to be with you and bring you all of the issues or updates of issues in Nigeria. So we'll take it very quickly on some things and way they hot for inside the country. And I don't know whether you've been here earlier today. Say Southeast caucus, governors and elders don't agree. Say all of them go vote for Tinubu for 2027. The same time, nine Dave Umahi, the minister for work, can't tell P2B, join Southeast leaders to work with Tinubu. Why you they do like this? Guy, man, don't dull. Join Southeast leaders to work with Tinubu. Now, so Dave Umahi, they tell Peter Obi. Michael enter inside other conversations. Hardship. Tinubu inherited Nigeria's problems. Deserves support. Governor Eno Governor Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom State, now they talk am. Yeah, PDP Governor Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom State. He said Tinubu inherited very terrible hardship and problem. He deserves support. Oh, yeah. Okay, oh, your Senate President Akpabio said we're not elected to carry boxing ring and fight the executive. So Makona they expect say legislative and executive must always that loggerhead. We're not elected to wear boxing gloves to fight executive. Please. We're supposed to work in harmony. Now, so Senate President Godswill Akpabio talk this. Now, for people where they call them rubber stamp senates, stop calling them rubber stamp senates. That's why. Oh, talking about crisis in political parties and all of those issues, as it gets to do with Labour Party crisis, Abure, faction of Labour Party, don't threaten to expel Rep Ogene initiate in recall process. Say they go expel them from Labour Party and they say they go initiate in recall process back to from in constituency. Really? Okay. Oh. Meanwhile, Abure na where you from again? Abure na Edo State man. Well, I'll get it. Okay, we'll talk about that. Taraba government faces backlash over journalist accreditation labs ahead of Tinubu's visit. So Tinubu they visit Taraba State, and then we hear say the government of Taraba State deliberately no great accreditate journalists them, and the Nigerian Union of Journalists don't they vex say, how can you remove us? Waiting day for inside president visit so you don't want make we come see. How can you remove us among those who would be who would be seeing or would participate in the president's visit? That's now that began. That's I thought to explain that Nigeria's economy don't destabilize. You don't they you know the dance wheel again. Don't be stable now. That's so CBN Governor Kadusir talk. Don't say Kadibi, don't say it. Protest in Ibadan as police stray bullets kill student going for WAEC examination inside in Papaka. Oh. Inside in Papaka. This is really, really, really very disheartening. No parents should go through that. 2025 budgets don't uncover, wait for it, 6.93 trillion naira projects inserted by National Assembly. Bottom line, you can rephrase this headline by saying that for the 2025 budget, National Assembly pad them to the tune of 6.93 trillion naira. If this report now anything to go by, I didn't write it. They say they inserted, according to budget, they inserted projects of 6.93 trillion naira. See now, within National Assembly inside. You see, I did tired to always talk about budget issue for inside our country. It's really very disheartening because I no see the reason why we go to recycle the same kind of budgets year in, year out. The same things what would they buy, the same things what would they do every time. I don't understand them. Well, now part of the matter that we'll go talk about. Now, talking about 2027, Sam Amadi don't talk, say nobody go fit defeat Tinubu for 2027 without Peter Obi help. Hey, nobody go fit defeat Tinubu without Peter Obi help. That one saved day. I will go talk about Okay, we will give you that story to that. Moving forward, marketers don't import fuel weigh what 436 billion naira amid row with Dangote. That is amid quarrel or wahala or gbege with Dangote. Marketers don't import fear away what 436 billion naira. I'll go break and down and let you know as that figure take be. Many other things they will be so good put man because Christian convert, that is a young lady Zaynab, where it be say she convert from Islam to Christian. As we talk to you now, or Christianity, she dey face trial for inside Zamfara Sharia court on Friday for switching religion. How dare she switch religion? She dey face trial. And this matter people don't they talk about and say, we no get freedom of religion again for inside this country. Okay, remember, say at some point your National Assembly members will talk, say they go criminalize lack of voting. Say if you no agree vote, you go become a criminal offense, so they will carry you go jail. Well, lawyer Olisa Gbakobo don't talk, say he go rather go jail. He go rather go jail or go prison than vote for election where you no understand how the result go use come and waiting people where you voting they do for you. And then 2027, I don't tell another say on Hanese Southeast stakeholders don't endorse Tinubu for second term. Say carry go, you do well. 4+4 = 4. We're okay. Yeah, I don't tell on all of the stories. Yeah, so let's get straight to the business now. Welcome to the show once again, and thank you so much for joining us. I like to say sincere. I like to give out my sincere apologies for starting behind schedule. Please do bear with us again because the wahala way day to put up these things together, it did really did very troubling for us, and sometimes it can be such a daunting challenge to do this. But I'm glad that we're able to do this today. So let me quickly put up the link for you to join the conversation. Should you want to do that, it's already in the comment section. I just put that up now. So kindly look at the link in the comment section if you want to chime in or jumping on any of the conversations we I don't raise so far. So let's go ahead and begin to dissect them one at a time. Where do we even start from? Where do we start from? So make we start with Southeast governors. We don't give President Tinubu go ahead, say make you go do 4+4 = 8, right? So the Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization or Hanez Ndibo, in conjunction or in connivance or joint body with prominent stakeholders across the Southeast zone, geopolitical zone, don't adopt President Bola Tinubu as the sole consensus candidate for the forthcoming 2027 presidential election. That is who for inside Southeast. Don't come together, talk, say, we no want vote anybody again for 2027. We not even want any candidate again for 2027. They get to be only Tinubu. Now, the Apex Sociocultural Organization, the Igbo Sociocultural Organization, disclosed this in a statement signed by its deputy president, Mazi Okechukwu Isi Guzoro, and the national spokesperson, Chief Thompson, on here on Monday. I know say you go wait to hear the faction of Ohanes Indigbo way talk this on because you could just wonder whether wait now senator own I mean Isi Guzoro own. Okay. Now according to the statement, the formal declaration is scheduled to take place on Friday, 23rd May 2025. That is this Friday, Bonko, and they will come officially do occasion, come declare President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it will coincide with President Tinubu's significant visit to Abia State, a stronghold of Nigeria's opposition Labour Party. As President Tinubu go visit Labour Party or Alex Oti go host Tinubu on Friday. That same Friday, now all the Igbo people come together and say that Friday we go endorse Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After all, a Labour Party that is Peter Obi's party's governor, Alex Oti, is hosting him. Therefore, they don't support him. 4+4 = 4. Now, the statement reads, the historic consensus has been meticulously cultivated through extensive consultations with a diverse array of key stakeholders, including Southeast governors, revered traditional rulers, esteemed religious leaders, and representatives from various youth and women's groups, as well as civil society organizations across the region, our region. Now, the collective decision reached by Ohaneze Ndibo and Southeast stakeholders marks a departure from historical precedents and signifies a resolute intent to align with the mainstream national leadership under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In case you don't understand that aspect, make I break up that. So they talk say this particular event, say what they make history. Now because of saying now the first time where Igbo people they shift their corner, say for the first time they know what they call the vote party where they center. The first time they vote party where they no vote for, where they no follow bring into power. But we be saying 9 day for center, we be 9 day for federal government. At the first time when they go vote for a contact, to make the person continue and see this one a very good thing, right? So it heralds the official end of the Southeast long-standing affiliation with opposition parties such as the PDP, ABGA, and LP. So it don't bring an end to the time where BC Southeast will continue to deal with opposition parties like Labour Party, like ABGA, and like PDP. So when PDP was in charge, what happened then? Now, he said a decisive step towards a reorientation, including an era of opposition from 2015 to 2025 and transitioning into collaboration with the APC. Then talk a lot of things, but at the end, I go back break inside. So as then talk this one now, ahead of this 2027 presidential election, 9 days Umahi come talk say, I say, but Peter Obi, you don't see him. If you go here, you've seen it now because your brothers in the southeast have all come together to make sure that they will vote Oga Tinubu, sir, our President Tinubu. So why don't you also join us? So Umahi don't say that all the 5 East Southeast governors, all of them, including Alex Oti, Peter Obi's friend, all of them are supporting and working for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu. That's what he talked. The minister also said that there is an ongoing plan to organize a summit that will bring together leaders from the Southeast, including the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, to formally endorse President Tinubu for the 2027 elections. Yeah. Say they go officially bring Peter Obi to formally endorse President Tinubu for the 2023 election. You dey hear am? I didn't read this, so I not be me talk about. I know I didn't write it. Now read that you read more. Vanguard, Punch, different newspapers carry up, so you can feel free to Google. Google is your friend. He said this is as he said that a section of the Lagos. Yeah, he said a lot of things, but I say make I just stop and here because those other one no concern us. But maybe I read that. He said why declaring that all the governors in the Southeast region are supporting the president, he urged the undecided, that is those 2 people whenever make up their mind finish, the undecided, such as the former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi. Oh yeah, come and join us now. Come and join the 3. If it be never make up on their mind finish, those who never make up their mind finish, come and join us. What are you waiting for? Enter. Only one chance remain. One chance. 2027, are you going? Come and enter. Now, I said Obi is arguably the most prominent political figure in the Southeast right now, with massive followers within the region and across the country. But Umahi said that all Southeast governors are in support of President Tinubu's administration, regardless of their political affiliation, which means what? Okay, make us stop and there. My people, your guess is as good as mine. Now, talking about coalition, you do remember that yesterday, Atiku Abubakar team reached out to Peter Obi and give him an offer for inside the coalition where they say they form. And inside that offer, they give him the vice presidential candidate offer. And he himself call the people don't talk. People talk. I don't want to. In fact, go and watch my previous videos. Because in those previous videos, I touchlight waiting it be say people talk for inside there. Even I got Dr. Catch on Onuju talk a lot about that matter. He expressing concern concerning that. In fact, I don't tell you waiting they call Atiku Abubakar because he say waiting. Say Atiku Abubakar they manipulative. Say not only you every time, every year, not only you won't become opposition political party bearer. I've been a political candidate every year. 2019, 2025. Now to you only yourself won't come be the main person be your vice president. You surround say vice president, vice to somebody. Are you forbidding to be a godfather to somebody and just anoint someone to lead? Are you forbidding to? But then I think Peter Obi also reacted to that because people did ask him that question upon his return to Rome yesterday, and while he was visiting a school project. Let's listen.
We saw the photograph of yourself and the president. Of course, online people thought that otherwise maybe they expected that you and the president are fighting. But then you go to him and there is this.
I and the president is not fighting.
Okay.
I'm not fighting anybody.
Yes.
My fight is against bad governance, against hunger, against poverty, against out-of-school children, against people not having health services. This country have less than 10% insurance care, health insurance, should be 100%. These teachers teaching here should be paid by government because it's universal basic education. The law says here that our children should go to school free. So what my Lord is doing is helping government. Government should help him.
Okay,
That's what I did in Anambra State. I'm in coalition against hunger, in coalition against poverty, in coalition against good health. Politics for me is not about position. It is about doing the right thing.
But is that a report true, sir?
Eh, whatever you make of it, I can tell you, I, Peter, have told you where I stand. I just came back this morning. I didn't go talk about politics. I'm talking about the education of these children. You don't deal with politicians. I don't fight. I'm not talking about position. In this country, we talk about politics and abandon what we should be talking about. What we should be talking about is how are we going to educate.
Okay, so you've heard that from Peter B himself, and Atiku Abubakar and his team too never react again to that conversation. But this is what it is, and a lot of people don't they talk. In fact, talking about the 2027, people like the governor of South State, Akwa Ibom State, Governor Omo and all don't come and come talk. See, they like come as people just they so hard on President Tinubu anyhow. Why? Because it is not his fault that the hardship is like this that it is. The man inherits very bad government. He inherits very rotten. Sorry, the economy where be say don't collapse, finish, they in comatose. It is not his fault. So why are people blaming him? Because this thing, what's in the man meets, not be smart, now God self now they help him. The Akwa Ibom State Governor Moyano today Tuesday said President Bola Tinubu did not create Nigeria's current economic woes. So that be him creates the current challenge we will face now, and that the president deserves national support to steer the country through difficult times. Okay, did you understand that? Say the president deserve national. That is everybody, old or young, or people when they die for insecurity, or people when hunger they catch, or when no fit chop, or everybody wanna come together, come support the president, so that una go fit help on turn the steering well, make it straight on forward. That is what Governor of Akwa Ibom said. Now the governor said this. So make I just end that there. There's no need to talk too much about that. That's now waiting the governor of Akwa Ibom State. Now speaking about political parties and the way forward, right? I did tell you that the leadership of the Julius Abure's faction of the Labour Party had threatened to expel a member of the House of Representatives, Afam Ogene, and initiate a recall process against him. Now, the party's National Publicity Secretary, Obiora Ifo, in a statement today, Tuesday, issued in Abuja, accused Ogene of poor performance as a lawmaker elected under the platform of the Labour Party. Say they perform poorly, abysmally poor as a lawmaker where they're under Labour Party. Ifo also called on the police high command to immediately invite and interrogate him to disclose the source of the document he purportedly obtained from the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation. Now, I played this drama to you guys yesterday evening when I tell on a say, Ogede come out, come talk, say, the Attorney General of the Federation don't write a letter because they petition the Attorney General of the Federation don't petition IGP or don't send a consent letter or transmit a letter to the IGP to tell the IGP to go ahead and investigate Abure based on the petition where him Attorney General don't receive about Abure misappropriation and the way the things that the magomago in play, especially as Abure and in team where with this Obiora Ifo and the secretary them, all of them, use change the Labour Party governorship candidate for Ebonyi State fraudulently, forge in signature, forge in Labour Party membership card, forge document, even forge court affidavit where they swear, when they say swear. So the man go right to the Attorney General, say, based on these evidences, because even forensic reports show, say, the man's signature where Abure them used to use change jam, to use lie. Say what they did was that they now said they wrote a letter to say that the guy has decided to step down as the governorship candidate of Ebonyi State, Labour Party for Ebonyi State. And when they sent that, the man can't say no, not be him. They can't do forensic examination of his signature. He can't show say the signature truly not be on. And then truly that affidavit where they saying swear, not be him swearer. Now, the Mabure talk say, not be them forge the thing, no, say na so then see am. But then again, the office of the Attorney General is saying that whether or you forge am or not be you forge am, but you write on the shoulder of that forging to use talk, say you the suspect, you come out and you withdraw am as the membership, as the candidate for inside that election. So because say you rely on that forged document to withdraw him, so now me say you self, you join body for inside the matter. And that is why the Attorney General has now written to the IGP to look into the matter and go ahead with the prosecution process of Abure. And as he released that statement yesterday, today Abure team now through Obiora Ifo Ogene, I mean, Ogene brother, will be I follow Igbo man, come out, come begin talk this one, come talk, say, in fact, say they go recall him and they go suspend them from the party. Remember, they had also suspended him from being this Labour Party caucus leader. You know, say na him be the form, na him be the leader of Labour Party caucus for House of Representatives. They be not stop him, they be not suspend them from holding that position, but the Obi faction still uphold them to carry that position. But now they don't stop them from they again they don't now they don't they talk say they go initiate a recall process from a constituency. Why? Because he has performed abysmally poor. Say he don't perform poor. Say they go even tell IGP. The same IGP that is supposed to be investigating them because he or Rifle is also part of the officials of that Aburi team where they supposed to investigate. Say they go tell IGP, make IGP Attorney General, make he investigate them. They make you also know how him how did Ogene get that letter that he made public yesterday? Because he be like, say, since that letter come, where Attorney General transmit that letter to IGP, nobody be don't know about them. But that statement Ogene made yesterday, come make the letter come out public. So as the letter come public, he be like, it's an embarrassment to them. They say, make them petition IGP. How Ogene get hold of that paper? He claimed that Ogene had attempted to cyber bully the Attorney General, the police, and the leadership of the party in what he said was clearly a political matter. Oh, it was a political matter? On what you want to do to the Ebonyi State candidate of a party? Info said that the document purportedly in possession of Ogene was a classified one, which which was not meant to be within his reach or the public domain. Make I explain them. I'm sure you understand. Now, a classified document which should not be with the which should be with the IGP or the Minister of Justice cannot be in Ogene's possession. Eh? So that means you admit everything when they inside that classified document that true about Ona. True on a forged signature, forged name. That means Ona don't commit crime. Okay, let's go further. Now he is expected to contribute. And I mean, if I went further to say that he is expected to contribute to making laws in the National Assembly, how can he now be privy to a classified document from the IGP and the AGF's office, that is Attorney General's of the Federation's office? If therefore any of such documents are in existence, IGP should interrogate him how he got it. He has been suspended from the party for his incapability to lead the party caucus in National Assembly, he said. Ifo said that it was because of Ogene's suspension that he had resorted to fighting dirty. He said that because of say they suspend them, now wait to make you don't resort to fighting dirty. But it would have been nice if you can respond or react to the content of the letter. Go. Make we know whether true on a suspend on a Ebonyi State governorship candidate wrongly with forged document or on a swap the candidacy with wrong information. And if you did, what in the person want to use replace and give on? What went down? If you did, these are the information we're supposed to have. And Oga Publicity Secretary is supposed to tell us all of this. He and his sponsors had expected that by now Abure's leadership would have been terminated, but they were surprised that the Supreme Court ruling, which puts paid to their evil intentions. And so in Toko, the National Publicity Secretary said that if the lawmaker continued on the trajectory, the party would have no choice but to expel him from the party. We will also institute his recall from from his constituency because he is he's a disservice to the people of his constituency. That's what they talk. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to read this information to you very well, to explain to you what is going on with the Labour Party and then waiting they threaten based on Matawe Day Grant, right? Okay, so let's move on to other issues very, 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 very quickly. Oh, still talking about the presidency, by the way. I told you guys that the Taraba state government is facing heavy criticism from the correspondent chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, which has accused it of deliberately excluding the press from major state functions. That is, say deliberately, they no one made the press they aware of anything what did you do for the state. In a strongly worded resolution passed during an emergency congress, the chapel expressed outrage over the government's failure to accredit members for coverage of the upcoming Taraba State International Investment Summit, Taravest, and the president's visit scheduled for Wednesday, that is tomorrow, May 21, 2025. Say waiting it be say the Taraba state government they hide, we make you no want to accreditate them, make them come and we make them agree, make them cover their events, right? Okay, so let's move on to other issues very, 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 very quickly. I see the hot. Now, speaking about election, I have to take what Sam Amadi said quickly, then we'll move on to other issues before we go into the budget matter. So, Sam Amadi, former chairman of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has claimed that nobody can defeat President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election with Mr. Peter Obi. Eh, eh, okay. That nobody can defeat Bola Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election with Mr. Peter Obi. Obi was the SY presidential candidate of the Labour Party during the 2023 general election. Amadi's remark comes amid reports that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar had offered Mr. Obi of the Labour Party the vice presidential slot in a proposed single-term coalition ticket ahead of the 2027 general elections. Now, however, the former Anambra State governor maintains that he is only interested in the coalition against hunger, poverty, bad health, everything, and the bad state of healthcare and all of this. Seen that one in the coalition, when I played this here, you heard it already. But in an ex post on Tuesday today, Amadi, who is also director of the Abuja School of Social and Political Thought, maintained that Obi is indispensable to whoever wants to defeat Tinubu comes 2027. That is, anybody will plan to defeat Tinubu, you know, go feed one without Peter Obi. You understand me? That's how they talk. The truth is that without Peter Obi, there is no way anyone can defeat Tinubu. What this truth implies is for you to figure out this explains the melancholy of aggression in this street. Maybe the reason why make people they aggressive towards B2B for the streets of Twitter now because of this. The circle can be squared with respect and deep good faith. Now waiting in talk and people don't they react to them. Now meanwhile there are some ways or ways where be say party suppose fit person suppose fit emerge winner of the election, and one of those ways na through election. When it be so on a national assembly now don't talk say anything we get to do with voting now. Say on I go make sure say this time around say if anybody no votes say then go carry you go prison. And some people don't come they talk say wait, which is more important to strengthen our electoral system or electoral act or to carry people go jail. A few persons, a few thought leaders don't come out come talk. Mondo Bani barrister, Mondo Bani talk inside. And also barrister Olisa Agbakoba also come talk inside. Make we hear within two of them.
My own take is look,
in the separate
I
stuff
agree we need electoral reforms.
Make we hear.
There was issue of beavers, remember, that was introduced in order to check the integrity of the accreditation process, the smart card. Now, was it implemented the way the Act itself has actually made it? The issue of online, the retransmission that the law is also made provision for, do we apply it even with regards to Section 60 of the Electoral Act? Did we do all that? Then there is this issue of if I have a document that shows the result of an election, I don't need to call any witness anymore. I don't need to call any polling unit agent to come and testify. That document should speak, for it. But then did we, even with judicial pronouncement, we are still relying on pre-2022 jurisprudence, in our pronouncement. So Nigerians are now saying, look, if we don't address those issues, so don't penalize us if we refuse to vote.
Here we have a challenge about our democratic system. And I put that down to the Western political system that enables the person who wins to take everything. Now, if you take everything and exclude others, there'll be problems. But if you have a system, whatever it is, that it includes people, everybody, I don't know what that will be called. If you have a system that includes people, then I think it will be really, really beneficial. Right now, we have a big problem in having a system that excludes. I think you will find the biggest problem we have in Nigeria around exclusion. That I think is the biggest problem. Around exclusion. People are not taking part in the process. So right, let's say 2027 is coming. So suddenly you have a big issue of coalitions, defections. Why? I have not heard many politicians talk about people, about the welfare of Nigerians, about their suffering, about their inadequate opportunities. I've not heard that. All I hear politicians do is every 4 years, they jump up, they become active. Once they get power, they disappear. Look at the ridiculous one in the National Assembly about voting being compulsory. If that bill were to pass, I, Olisa Bakoba, will not obey it. I'll plead conscientious objection. I'd rather go to prison for 6 months than to obey it. Why would the National Assembly want to impose compulsory voting? Why don't they reverse the question and say, why are Nigerians not interested? What is the apathy about? Well, the apathy is that they don't get anything. If I know that I'm going to get something, there's an aspiration, there's an interest, you will find people coming out to vote. But if people see the same old trick, you come, you take my vote, you disappear till the next 4 years, there'll be apathy. So for all these reasons, I think we need to look for a new model.
Okay, so that's what Olisa Bakoba and Barrister Monde Ubani, two of them legal luminaries, get to talk about this matter as it get to be with getting a free and fair election. Because people don't just talk, say, beyond lobbying people to join political parties or to join your party for 2027 election or against the 2027 election, if truly election are free and fair, would you really need the support of any governor? Because how many governors were behind P2B in 2020? Three election. How come in win the number of states when win? How come in gather the votes and win gather without any support, without the support of a single governor? Because most of those governors no agree, support him. It's either they were for APC or for Labour Party or another party. None of them supported him, but he still won irrespective. I mean, he gathered the number of votes that he gathered, right? So why it be say these people then get to need people to come party to join together for one party to prove say now because of say all these governors now from a particular party now you make the main election. However, some kind Jews, it's a gossip or allegedly where they go around come talk say, well, say one of the things that they use lay all these governors now second time, especially those people where be say that their first time administration, like Omo and all, like maybe Delta State governor, like all those governors. I mean, maybe like Alex Otitu, where be saying now they drum support for the president. Say as them be first time governors, they use and threaten them. They tell them say, if you don't support the president, how can you come back on your second term? That's so them say talk. That's so headlines and carry on. So say that they use the second term, they use lobby them, say come so that you will go your second term. Then we also hear say for some others, they also use ministerial appointments, the lobby them. Say when you come, if you support the president, he'll give you minister for 2027. So in all of this, that means now all about selfish interest. The interest of the people know they anywhere protected in everything where they happen. Nothing concern the people concern waiting they happen at all to them. That is, there is nowhere where you be say they establish say, oh, we need to do something to support the people. Like. So all of this now just about selfish interest and waiting it be say them get to gain. That is what it is. Well, your guess is as good as mine. But let's talk about insecurity and other things bedeviling the country. As we hear say, a stray bullet don't kill a student, will be they head towards examination center to sit down for the ongoing West African Senior School Certificate Examination being organized by the West African Examination Council for inside Ibadan for your state. Now, the incident happened for inside Gbagi Market, the market road for inside Egbeda local government area of the state when a stray bullet allegedly fired by a police officer in pursuit of a suspect hit in pursuit of a particular suspect. There's in a pursuit of a suspect. Then the stray bullet hits the student. Online gathered that the student was reportedly in his father's car, inside a papa car. Now he be seen there inside, heading to the examination center when he was struck by a bullet fired by the police officers chasing a Hilux vehicle. The student, according to the multiple eyewitnesses, was said to have collapsed, was going to his examination center. And even I say the students died in the process. This now very, very, very sad situation. I don't know why anybody is a promising child to die in this about the body of the 90 This na very, 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 very sad situation. I don't know as I go use explain how sad this situation is. One of the sources simply identified as I think Ajani talk say a police officer opened fire while chasing a fleeing vehicle. One of the bullets reportedly hit the student inside the papaka. The victim was immediately rushed to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Another eyewitness said the disease was on his way to the examination center alongside his twin brother when the tragedy happened. Him and his twin brother follow. Meanwhile, irate youth took the student's lifeless body to the state secretariat in Agodi, Ibadan, to demand justice and called on Governor Sheyi Makinde to intervene. And I think said the governor don't also react to the matter. For inside a statement by the special advisor to Makinde on media, Suleiman Olariwaju, he promised to work with the state police command to investigate the matter and find out what truly happened for inside the matter and to make sure say the Pekin get justice and that justice is served. Olariwaju noted that the incident was totally avoidable, noting how what started as a traffic offense with the father of the slain boy driving against traffic resulted in the loss of an innocent life. Okay. Oh. Well, this that's what the matter take be. But at the end of the day, one person became don't die for inside this matter, and that's the rest now. Na history because now just back and forth. Now we dey hear now. But who don't die, you don't die, and matter just day like that. But before we go forward to what Akpabio said, let me just quickly let you know that the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Kadoso, don't talk. Say the Nigerian economy don't be stable. Say don't they start stable where in fact say you don't get stamina where he talked this one for inside a press briefing where he be said they get today. So according to him, investors' confidence in the Nigerian economy has improved over the past 18 months. Hey, see, investors don't regain confidence for Nigerian economy, so they bring money. It be the response to questions on how to improve microeconomic fundamentals of the Nigerian economy and how it impacts on the lives of Nigerians generally. Now it was say, no worry, no worry. Investors do not go to where there is economic stability and there is economic instability. So where anywhere where economy no stable, they need to go there. They don't go out to lose money to lose money, but they make a profit. With the stability that comes right now in the economy, they don't get confidence back, and then their mind don't schedule where to invest for inside Nigeria. What do you think about that? I'd love to hear from you. All right, I'll be opening the phone lines shortly. Make you fit put mouth for inside the matter with the girl. Let me know what you have to say about all of this conversation. So just kindly follow us like a village people. Open the phone lines. If you check the comment section, there is a post that is pinned or a comment that is pinned in the comment section. Just follow that comment straight. Or can enter inside the studio so that if you follow put mouth for inside the matter them we will be raised today. Or you click on the link with the inside the comments for where they pinned, or better still, you call us on the WhatsApp number where they inside the comment. The WhatsApp number is 0817 029 4077. 0817 Now, the WhatsApp number to call to put mouth for inside the matter. We have other matters that are ground, though, then too plenty. I tell on and I'll say, listen, back up, don't talk, say, you will go jail instead of. But let's look at this young lady's issue or her ordeal because of religion. Now, in a development that has sent shockwaves to many quarters, a 22-year-old Miss Zaynab Muhammad faces the death penalty in Zamfara State. Death penalty. That is the fee killer. Family sources told newsmen that her crime is converting to Christianity. And the only crime we she commit. So why she get to convert to Christianity? Now Zainab's journey of faith began when she encountered Pastor Samuel, a National Youth Service Corps NYC member posted to the area. Samuel had treated Zainab with dignity and shared his Christian faith with her. Their bond later blossomed around shared values and spiritual connection. Upon discovering her conversion, authorities arrested Zainab. She is now scheduled to stand trial this Friday in a Sharia court, inside Sharia court. A move legal experts and human rights advocates are decrying as a gross violation of Nigeria's constitutional right to religious freedom. Oh, now, he said, this is not just, quoting them, they said, this is not just a test of a woman's faith, said an Adamawa based human rights lawyer. This is a test of Nigeria's soul, of whether we truly uphold the right of choose the right to choose our own fate. That is the right um, to choose one's fate. If not, waiting would they really uphold? As fear grows for the right to a fair trial, that it may be compromised in a state where the judiciary is heavily influenced by Islamic authorities. Urgent calls are being made for intervention. Christian communities across Nigeria are being urged to mobilize in prayer and advocacy. Advocacy, prayer. Okay. Now, legal teams are also exploring the possibility of transferring her case to a secular court, arguing that as a Christian, Zaynab should not be subjected to Islamic jurisprudence because she's a Christian, right? Now, meanwhile, Pastor Samuel is reportedly under immense emotional and spiritual strain, with many calling for protection and support for him as well. That is the man we be say converter like this, or we preach to her, we should convert. Apostasy, Arabic reader, refers to the act of Muslim renouncing Islam, whether by conversion to another religion, rejecting Islam beliefs, or ceasing to practice the faith. Under classical Islamic jurisprudence, apostasy has traditionally been treated as a capital offense. That is, as she leave her religion according to Islam. When I make her read them the way they talk, I know what interpret. That it's a capital offense based on hadith rather than the Quran. Not be based on Quran, based on hadith. Many modern scholars argue that faith must be voluntarily, and that punishment or punishing belief contradicts the essence of the Quran. Still, apostasy laws remain enforced in countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Sudan. Though those people then now pure Islamic states, Nigeria is a secular state. Though international human rights groups also continued to challenge them based on that. But what do we do? This now the fate of a 22-year-old young girl where fit actually get capital punishment if she no get a fair trial in a secular court. If she no get a fair trial in a secular court, she may actually have pay the ultimate price. For what? For choosing or daring to have another religion, or to change or to swap religion, or to have a different belief from one she was born with. Right. This is one of the issues we would go through. We hope say this matter will reach the ears of President Bola Tinubu. As person we don't talk, I'm saying no, they biased against any particular religion or any tribe. Make immediately call on the authorities, make them make sure say then do something about that matter and help that girl immediately. I do hope that this can happen, especially as in they pay a visit to Taraba State, even though say we know say Taraba State are not central as it be, but we hope since another Nigeria generally in the visit tomorrow, you go hear of this case and do something about her. Now, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, he don't say lawmakers were not elected to engage in confrontation with the executive, but to foster policies that promote national development. Say they're not supposed to be fight with the executive. So for those people where they expect, say every time they're supposed to quarrel with the executive, nah. Say they're not supposed to quarrel with the executive all the time. Say they're supposed to, balance. They suppose work together, that kind of thing. Right. So the Senate president talked this one in an upcoming feature documentary to mark 2 years of Bola Tinubu administration. Akpabio from the snippet. Akpabio, reflecting on the importance of cooperation between the National Assembly and the executive, said his words: when elected into National Assembly, whether in the Senate or the House of Representatives, your constituents will not give you boxing gloves. It's not a boxing tournament. You are there to work in a bipartisan manner for the interest of the nation. On a year, eh? On a hearing, okay. He said when they elect you enter inside National Assembly, so your constituents then way elect you no go give you boxing gloves. So yeah, go fight the executive. Say they give you that. Say what thing you supposed to do now to work in a place where you be say you no go support any party, but to make sure say you promote the work we go. I mean, you do work we go promote the interest of Nigeria. And I be mostly I dare to ask, please, in all the laws where they don't make, how many of them be very people pro people laws where we say they don't put together where they good for the common man for inside Nigeria? That's the question we be say. People they ask, oh, I not just ask that question and based on waiting people they ask. But let's go further to what he said. The Senate president emphasized that the relationship between both arms of government has been cordial over the past 2 years, owing to a shared vision for the country's progress. So say this relationship, whether they share like this, say that because of say then won't make sure say the country progress. Now wait to make them get this common relationship. One I think say them be rubber stamp. Don't call it rubber stamp. Quoting him, he says, if you spend all your energy fighting the executive, who will work for Nigeria? And the question we ask on. He added that the current administration is unique in Nigeria's history, with a president, first lady, and a vice president, all former senators. You know, hear am? You don't get that. The president, na former senator. The first lady, na former senator. The vice president, na former senator. Yeah, everybody na senator. So because of that, say themselves, the National Assembly, supposed also join body together with them to work together because they're very unique. It never happened like this before. Now, highlighting legislative priorities, Akpabio revealed that the National Assembly is working on a bill mandating ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, to prioritize procuring locally assembled vehicles over imported alternatives. Yay! Yeah, good news. So for those who say I don't always bring good news, here is good news for you now. I hope you enjoy this good news. So say right now, they work on a bill. We go make sure say they make it compulsory for ministries, departments, and agencies to buy made in Nigeria cars over imported cars. And I hope that also means that National Assembly, the president, go buy made in Nigeria cars and use it, not just buy it. That would be awesome. And then now further said that we have started the bill for enacting legislation to enable us first purchase automobiles from Nigerian companies before thinking of importing them. We lose billions of dollars annually importing vehicles and other items that can be produced locally. The Senate president underscored the urgent need to revive Nigeria's manufacturing sector, citing the collapse of the textile industry. That one they pay no, that one they pay. A textile industry, the way we just let them just comatose, come like say he had to press them upset. I understand. So he cited the collapse of the textile industry and cash crops such as cotton, groundnuts, and palm oil, which were once in bedrock, the bedrock of the country's economy. Nigerian fashion. Now, make I explain this because say palm oil and waiting will be there. Those days, some of our forefathers were billionaires because of. I mean, they made a lot of money with palm oil importation and palm oil sales. They made a lot of money. Now, it will shock you how much Nigeria spends in importing palm oil to Nigeria. Importing. It shock you. We import palm oil. I can show you a headline. How much we spend importing palm oil. The one we pay me per set now when I see, including fish, egg, gari, trillions of naira, billions of naira every other year to import the same things. And why? Because of these insecurity issues. Farmers need if it produce to the level where we fit consume anymore. We no longer produce enough for our own consumption. That's not the biggest challenge we say we get for Nigeria. We're not able to produce, the quantity we will need for consumption anymore. And that's a serious concern. So if they go fit reawaken all of these industries, it will mean a lot to to the economy of the country. Now he further said that over 50 textile companies have left Nigeria. The cotton industry collapsed, the granite industry collapsed, the palm oil industry collapsed. Look at countries like Malaysia that have leveraged palm oil to boost their economies, he lamented. Akpabio praised the Nigeria First policy championed by Tinubu's administration, describing it as a fantastic initiative that deserves legislative backing. He disclosed that discussions were ongoing with the Raw Materials Research and Development Council to promote laws ensuring that Nigeria produces most of its consumption. Nigeria, Nigerian fashion, and Nigerian everything. Now we are quoting him. He said, "We are going to make laws and produce bills that will ensure almost every item we consume that can be produced in Nigeria is produced in Nigeria." Taking Nigeria first means bringing industries back to the country to serve a population of over 200 million. But no vex, Uncle I, excuse me. When you dey talk this one, also consider the cost of production. What's in the things we go determine the cost of production? Let's even leave the manpower because Nigerians get them. But manpower is also a thing because based on the recent cost of living for Nigeria, manpower go be slightly more expensive, and that will impact on the price of the thing we they produce, isn't it? Electricity, nko, the cost of fuel nko, or diesel. Those are part of the things we go impact on the price of that product. And we don't see situations where say people they realize say imported ones they actually cheaper than locally produced ones. And it becomes a cause for worry because people come to talk say if I import this thing from China, I import them from Malaysia, import them from any other country, it is cheaper for me. So why should I buy made in Nigeria? Why? Because the cost of production for those countries feel no day as expensive as it did for Nigeria. So this again calls for questioning. This on electricity tariff when I won't jack up more again, when I think I'm twice, how that thing will fit favor this on a made in Nigeria, be buy Nigeria to grow Nigeria matter. That's the part of it will be say we're supposed to look at. Now, and he said, we're going to make laws. Yeah. So he said, Akpabio called for significant support for local entrepreneurs, noting that even small scale production ventures such as vinegar and or bread could thrive in Nigeria's vast consumer markets. And so you talk. You say even if you produce vinegar and bag it well, it would fly. If you produce bread, you'll be a billionaire. Considering the kind of population that we have in Nigeria, the Senate President assured that the National Assembly is committed to passing the necessary legal instruments to sustain the industrial renaissance and reduce the country's import dependence. Regarding checks and balances, Akpabio refuted claims that the legislature is merely rubber stamping executive decisions. Said a lie. Said they don't be rubber stamp at all. He noted that the National Assembly has occasionally rejected presidential nominees when necessary. People forget that we have made enemies by rejecting some of the nominees. Like Erofai. Apart from that, who else? Okay, that the president sends to us. If it's not everything that president brings that he takes back his own way or the same way. Akpabio maintains that the assembly's role is to scrutinize, amend, and support executive actions that align with national interests. Our job is to make sure we cross the T's and dot the I's to assist the president in having the best for Nigeria's population. And so he talked. The Senate President assured Nigerians that the 10th National Assembly will continue to prioritize pro people legislation supporting the president's bold reform agenda. This government is not a government of theory, it is a government of action. So you talk a lot, make a point I'm here because you don't enter the part of blowing trumpets. So here you are. You have it. Phone lines are open, my people. Let's dig right into the conversation. 0700 0817 sorry. 0817 That is the number to call. That is 0817 0294077. That is the number to call. Kindly call that number. Greetings. I see you. Thank you. Welcome. Greetings. Just call right up, right away, right? Call right away. So we'll take your call, your thoughts and reactions on the conversations that we have raised. Would really love to hear from you. Let's see. I'm trying to dig out my messages, more messages, so that I can take them. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. Before so the phone lines are open. Let's get to hear from you very quickly. Whilst we are doing that, let me check for more messages. Okay. So I see your messages. Thank you so much. John Majiku. Josh, I'm so sorry. Today was beyond chaotic. And you guys know you don't give me off. I don't have an off day. I don't get off day for this matter one that puts me. And I have other concerns I had to attend to. So events just went haywire today. Please forgive me. William I'm here. Who told me what? Who told me that? Who told me what? Please tell me. Eh? And then Kingsley Smith says, I don't wait tire. Good evening before I forget. Good evening, Kingsley. Thank you so much. Sorry, you didn't wait for Godot. You didn't wait for Godot. Yeah, I'm here. Um, Kang Black, talking about the mindset of who? The people who asked me to be to support the president. Okay, Southeast people cannot vote for T-Pain. Emeka, is that what you think? Yeah, it will shock you. 2027 election may actually be a shocker for a lot of us. We'll be shocked. The people who would think say they vote a particular pattern, if vote that pattern. Or results who would think say they come according to a particular pattern, if come in that pattern. Let me rephrase it so that I don't stop votes like I'm too sure. All right, thank you so much, Chiboy Augustus. Chiboy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And Dynamic Ministry says, "Good evening, Sister Precious, and thanks for the work that you do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much." And I see you. I said David Omahi is selfish and about himself and his cohorts. Who wouldn't be? Everyone is. That's all of them be. Everybody like the same thing. Everybody they think about themselves. Precious, good evening. Forget about Omahi. They're trying to make people feel Southeast is supporting T-Pain. You think they're not supporting? Okay, let's see. Pio can never stoop so low. Oh, wow. And then, good evening to your precious and thanks for your good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And was Obi not running mate with Atiku in the past? That what changed? Okay, that's the question they're asking you people. They say, what changed? Was he not running mate? So what changed? What changed may be that he's understood that he has actually the capacity to actually be a head. That's why. So, and then Precious, I want to know that P2B is an, I want you to know that P2B is an academician and businessman. He knows when to act. When this happened in PDP, they never believed that he walked away. Okay, and Cocoon says the zoning of presidency to the south never benefits the southeast. It always benefits the southwest, and that's why I was worried about those who think that we should not be microzoned to, or should not be zoned to different regions or the entire six geopolitical zones. Because with the look of things now, so you've had six geopolitical zones. The southwest has had the south West has had the taste of presidency in this particular political dispensation or democratic dispensation twice. You have an Olusegun Obasanjo, you have an Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then the South through Jonathan, which some people look at it as accidental because ordinarily South Sides are such a minority geopolitical zone, if I have to call them that way, where people know for just say they for votes. But now because of the incident of Yaradua demise of blessed memory, God rest his soul. Now waiting make Jonathan come up, right? So that's so Southwest don't get a taste. Southwest don't get a taste twice. And how come everybody never galvanized to also support Southeast? Let's leave that. Then let's go to the north. For the northwest, of course, you have a Yaradua and you have a president Buhari. And you go fit talk, say, oh, during military regime, you have a lot of them for inside North Central, and all of that. So maybe now waiting make North Central not be agitative enough. But then the Northeast never also get a take. However, they got a Shetima as a vice president. Where it be say Southeast never even gets Southeast never ever gets South vice presidential candidate before. But at least the Northeast this time around had a Shetima, a vice president. So how about that? So why is it difficult to at least galvanize support for the Southeast? That's the question. Well, Chiboy says APC is trying anyway, and they can bring any way they can to bring down P2B because they know he's their nightmare. He did give them bad dream. They have exposed all their evil plans. Oh wow, that's what you said. And Kingsley Smith says this Abure group is definitely working against Labour Party. That's your take. This is to let you know that the former secretary saying about Abure signed the letter party leader selling funds. And then Blessing says they should take away guns from the police in Nigeria, and it's tiring. You can imagine somebody losing their child. Hey, I don't want to imagine the pain of that parents at all. I mean, the young man's parents. In UK, police don't have guns. There is special firearm units because they don't even use it. Even when they drink alcohol, they have this gun. Lumen says what? Roshania. Is that your name? Roshania. He says Peter B's honesty and respect is a nightmare for crooked politicians. Oh, wow. And Christopher Williams says, don't believe the unbelievable, all lies upon lies. And then Blessing says, leave these Pastor Tifkadoso. They have been saying the same thing every two market days. And maybe economy is really stabilizing. This is where the government of Zamfara should come in. Wallahi, I think the government of Zamfara should really help that young lady. Does Nigeria have a constitution? Nigeria has stopped existing. That's why anything is possible. The truth be told, Nigeria is a so you need to watch a previous video that I posted earlier today. You really, really need to watch it. Where Dr. Catch just said a lot of stuff and that I cannot say with my own mouth, and that's why I refuse to mention say anything about what he said. So I think you should watch that. Go watch my previous videos posted today. You would learn a lot. Now you have it, Akpabio and Co were elected to serve and worship the executive. Here, here, here. Okay, oh, now so you talk with that too. And what's your name, brother? Chidinma Ikwe. Okay, Chidinma, that's your take. And Akpabio, hey, Oga, Antonio Biora, calm down. Be coming down, Uncle, be coming down. Okay, David, you're here again. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice, David. Okay. Akpabio is a what? He has been, oh wow, plus let him return the billions he stole from you guys be calming down. And then not by saying but, by doing what you say, or be doing what you preach. That's what you said. And 2027 will be a hot year for Nigerians. That's what you said. Not be smart, it may actually be a hotter election than the 2023 election. We were not elected to fight the executive. True, also true. You're selected, not elected. True. Your position is supposed to be independent. Calm down, calm down. All right, I think I've got someone join my studio. Hello, good evening, and welcome. That's the flagship. Good evening, sir. Hello, the flagship. Are you there? Hello, are you there? Good evening. Good evening. All right. So while I wait for him to respond, let me quickly just give um, you know, jump on this particular gist very, very quickly. What's that gist now? Yeah, so we hear that the bill to strip EFCC, ICPC power to manage crime proceeds past second reading at Senate. Okay, so that is EFCC may no longer have, and ICPC may no longer have the liberty to manage proceeds of crime, right? So let's go through that. It says a bill seeking to strip the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), the Independent Corrupt Practices Offension, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Offences Commission (ICPC), and other graft agencies of the power to manage proceeds of crime has passed second reading in the Senate. Now, the bill titled the Proceeds of Crime Recovery and Management Act Amendment Bill seeks to create a centralized independent agency, another agency responsible for the management of all assets and funds recovered from unlawful activities. I kind of like the idea of that because the different agencies will be handling it so that they can checkmate actually the exact proceed that were recovered, right? But then again, it is something so personally, this go for make for good checks and balances. So that as you say, now 20 something something, now you bring you discover 27 million for inside $1 million for inside one abandoned building. And when you bring them out, you go hand them over to this agency, then count and make sure say it complete. I be but can it be like that? Now, sponsored by Senator Idiot Adebule, APC Lagos West, the legislation is designed to promote transparency, accountability, and ensure proper handling of recovered proceeds of crime. Senator Adibule argued that the current setup, where up to 18 different government agencies, including the ICPC and the EFCC and Nigerian Customs Service, investigate, recover, manage, and dispose of assets, has led to overlapping responsibilities, inefficiency, and opportunities for corruption and abuse. She stressed that separating the powers of investigation and prosecution from asset management will align Nigeria's practices with international standards, as seen in countries like the United Kingdom, the United States, and South Africa. The proposed amendments also seek to create a national data bank and an automated forfeited assets management system. Brilliant. The bill sparked mixed reactions from the senators during debate. However, they voted yay. Senator Abdul Ningi, PDP Bauchi State, supported the bill, describing it as a welcome development. He expressed concern over the lack of public information about recovered assets and questioned why no comprehensive data exists in what has been seized. Oh, in what has been seized or how it's been disposed of. Honestly speaking, every day we hear EFCC discovers this, EFCC arrests this, EFCC this. We don't know how those things they manage till today. Till today. Now, Senator Tahiru Mungono, APC Borno State, echoed the sentiment, saying the bill would separate investigative powers from adjudication and bring Nigeria in line with global best practices. I agree. However, Senator Sani Musa, APC, Niger East, opposed the move, arguing that existing agencies should retain control and that recovered assets should simply be remitted to the federal government treasury. He emphasized the need to strengthen current laws, not create new bureaucracies. Senator Emmanuel Udende, APC Benue North, also spoke against the bill, warning against the creation of more agencies that could further strain government resources. That one safe, D. He advocates for reinforcing the mandates of current anti graft bodies instead. On the other hand, Senator Issa Jibrin, APC Kogi East, backed the bill, citing instances where recovered properties were allegedly diverted or sold to insiders. Mhm. He called for an independent authority to handle proceeds of crime transparently. After extensive deliberation, the Senate President passed the bill for second reading and referred it to the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters for further scrutiny. I would say that this is a very welcome development. But again, just like the fears where the other people did in nurse, what be the possibility say no go come use and come just bring out another office now we basically go use root another money again. I'm tired. Like you be like saying if they try to cut crime for Nigeria, crime finds a way to uncut itself. I don't understand. But then that's about it. The flagship, do we have you in the house? Please, very quickly, let's have you have your say, and then we'll bow out for the night. The flagship, are you there? All right, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for joining us. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you for participating. I'd like to sincerely apologize again for coming late. That's because I'm a human being and I had other activities and stuff to attend to, and I hope you understand. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your steadfastness. I appreciate your unalloyed support generally. Thank you so much. Let's do this again tomorrow afternoon and evening, God willing. I should be having a guest join me tomorrow afternoon, and I also try to get a guest join me in the evening. So let's make it happen again, right? I love you guys so much. Protect your mental health. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon and evening, God willing. Take care of yourself. May God bless you.